Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Bang
Now
Thank
let's
you.
start the show.
Thank you. Okay, so I just had to have a bit of a look at that little post-it note that has those ideas I jotted down over a few months, and I don't remember where my line of thought was for this one exactly. The note says the episode idea is too gay, and I'm imagining I probably had something pretty funny to say at the time I wrote it, and I didn't give myself enough of a note or do it soon enough to make that work. So the best I can assume is this idea of, like, not necessarily can you be like, because there's no way you can be like, like overly gay in the sense of like, gay is pretty, it's pretty simple concept. So in terms of like, oh, yeah, I like somebody that is the same gender as me or sex or whatever, however you define gay at this point. I'm not sure where everyone lands on that, but where common usage still lands at this point. But if you're into that and it's like, it's not like you're like, I'm only slightly, like, you do or you don't, pretty much. I understand there's a big spectrum of things there, but like generally, I don't know what would constitute being quote unquote too gay. So I don't know exactly what I meant with that. But the other little note I wrote looks like I was also thinking about this concept of like, and also to quick say, I think maybe it has something to do with the idea of like, being overtly like. I think this idea of being overtly gay, and what I mean by that is, and I kind of the note I wrote sort of like hints at this too, whereas like some people really like the aesthetic of being gay, as stupid as that sounds, right? You hear that and you're like, no, they don't. Like people are being persecuted for that shit all the time. That's awful. Like, yeah, they are. But there's also places where in certain circles and whatnot, that being gay is seen as like almost like a cool thing. It's like you wear it as like a badge of honor. Like I'm gay and like I'm surviving as a gay person in today's society, and it's okay, and like I get to be, and like I think some people kind of like maybe even aren't necessarily gay, but they just like the idea of being gay because it makes them more unique. It makes them part of a group or something, right? Whereas like when you're straight, you're not like, yeah, it's part of like this group of straight people. No, you're just like, I'm just somebody. And honestly, I guess if that was the route I was originally going to go with that, all I would really have to add is just that I really think it'll be nice when we get to the point, which I think we're kind of getting there, especially as people get like older and whatnot. I think we're getting there. It's more of a young person's game while they're figuring that shit out. But like the idea, I'm old. Okay, I'm old. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I've come to terms with it. I'm old. So like, there's this idea of like everyone should kind of be like, yeah, like that's it. Like you don't really have. I don't feel like anyone should have to be like, I'm straight or I'm gay as like a thing to really like, flaunt or be proud of. It's just something about you, and you just feel kind of like everyone else because sometimes people are different, and that's fine. I don't know. So what's the deal with that episode idea? I really don't know where I was originally going to go with it. That was going to be really funny. Or maybe I had a really good point in my head at that point, and I lost it. I don't know. It was so funny and so genius, so wise, that I've forgotten all parts of both of those, and thus we have this. But you can't say I don't make episodes anymore, because I do. I don't care how bad they suck. They still show up at your, not door, channel. I'd say, no, not your channel, they show up on my channel, but your account, if you have an account, they show up towards your face when you click on them. I would say they show up in your inbox but or sub box or whatever. But I've heard a lot of people say they don't. So, however this happened to you, that's how it will continue to happen. And also, I'm sorry that this tragedy has befallen you. We are not legally liable for anything that happens to you from watching the show. So you signed that. You agreed to that at the beginning. It was in super fine print, and it was like, by watching the rest of the video, you agreed to that. So, I mean, legally we're covered. And when I say that, I mean, don't sue us. We will win, and that is the only reason why you shouldn't sue us. Not because I don't actually have a legal team and it's just me. But bottom line is, whatever you want to believe, don't sue us. Don't sue me. I mean, I wrote too gay.
What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam?